Emma's peaceful vacation takes a horrifying turn when she is thrust into a brutal fight for survival against 6 determined criminals. The story begins with Emma, a kind and beautiful schoolteacher. As the school term ends, Emma plans to relax during her vacation. However, after a heated argument with her boyfriend over his recent violent actions, she decides to spend her break at her father's property. Meanwhile, a criminal gang is shown loading boxes into a van, preparing to transport illegal substances under the orders of their leader, Bossman. As Emma drives toward her destination, she pulls over to reply to a text from her boyfriend. Meanwhile, the gang encounters a police officer during a routine stop. Suspicious of their behavior, the officer asks about the van's contents. Bossman lies, claiming they are transporting tools. When the officer probes further, the gang knocks him unconscious and drags him to a secluded spot. Realizing the officer could identify them, Bossman orders Pete to kill him. Nearby, Emma hears gunshots and cautiously investigates. She witnesses Pete shooting the officer in the shoulder. Horrified, Emma accidentally drops a bottle, alerting the gang to her presence. They capture her and debate her fate. Bossman grants Bola permission to exploit Emma, with the condition that he kills her afterward. Unnoticed by the gang, the officer, still alive, crawls to his patrol car and signals Emma to stay silent. As the gang argues, the officer starts the car, but is fatally shot by Bossman. During the chaos, Emma uses the opportunity to unlock her handcuffs and escape. When the gang discovers Emma is missing, Bossman, fearing she might expose them, orders the group to spread out and search for her. Meanwhile, Emma's father grows worried after failing to reach her by phone. Once Emma calms down, she searches her backpack for any items that could help her survive. The gang finds Emma's abandoned car and discovers her personal information. Realizing she's leaving tracks, Emma cleverly creates false trails in different directions to mislead her pursuers. The gang tracks Emma to an area where her trails split into 3 directions. They decide to split up into pairs to cover more ground, communicating via radios. Emma, meanwhile, finds a source of drinking water and hydrates herself for the first time since her escape. Bola and another gang member spot Emma in the distance. Instead of alerting the others, Bola approaches Emma, demands her water bottle, and begins to carry out his plan. Emma warns him to stop, but when he doesn't, she grabs a knife and stabs him repeatedly in self-defense. The other gang member discovers Bola's body and informs the group. Emma overhears this through the gang's radio and flees. One thug catches up to her, but when he approaches her, she hurls a heavy rock at his head. Believing him dead, she draws closer, only for him to grab her leg and begin choking her. Emma manages to grab his gun and shoots him. She then uses the radio to announce she has killed another, leaving 4 gang members remaining. Bossman spots Emma and fires at her but misses. Emma pretends to fall, but escapes into an abandoned building. The gang cautiously follows, splitting up to search inside. Inside, Emma uses a sharp piece of iron to ambush and kill another thug. As the gang members lose contact with each other, Bossman grows uneasy. Another thug finds Emma and tackles her. Using psychological tactics, she mocks his courage, causing him to drop his gun in an attempt to intimidate her. Weakened from dehydration, he is overpowered by Emma, who kills him with an iron rod. Emma finally confronts Bossman, the last remaining gang member. He taunts her and proposes a duel. Armed with 2 guns, Emma outmaneuvers him and shoots him, bringing the harrowing ordeal to an end. Emma limps back to her father, who has been anxiously waiting for her. Injured but alive, she collapses into his arms.